What is up guys, I'm back with another video. This time we're looking into how you can finish your UK garage track way faster. I know this video seems long, but that's because I want to go through each step really carefully. So I'm just gonna put down some timestamps in the description so you can just jump between the sections that you want to look into. Let's stop talking and go straight into the video. Okay, so a lot of you guys might see this window in a lot of your projects, the loop where you just have a bunch of different sounds, but you just can't escape the loop. Like you have a lot of really cool ideas, but it's not like a finished track. In this video, we're actually gonna take a reference track and then we're gonna use the FL Studio time markers to just make a sketched out arrangement, and then we're gonna like rearrange all of these elements to make our UK garage track. So this is the loop that I made. So the first thing obviously is to find a track. So I found this track by Shoes. I think it's pronounced 99 UK Garage Remix. Let us just start by putting the first marker here. So I think I'll call this like an intro. So I don't want like the drums extended intro. So it's just gonna be some melodic elements in this intro. Then right here, also because I know the track, there should be I think we're gonna call it verse 1. I think I'll put the build up here. Okay, so this part is gonna take a little bit of time. So if you don't want to just spend time watching me put out these markers, I'm gonna put out some time markers in the video, so you can just skip around for what part that you want to watch. So hopefully you're just gonna stick around. So right here at this spot, this is our first drop. And because for this reference track, the first drop is a bit long, so I think I'm gonna call this drop 1 and then call it part A. Oh, sorry. Part A. Because if we zoom out a little bit, you can see here, this is also still the drop. So I'm just gonna put down another marker here. And then obviously we're gonna call it drop 1 part B. And the reason why I call it part A, part B, is because I know that I have to change the drop a little bit, so it's not gonna sound repetitive. So right here it's a good place to maybe pull out some stuff or add like synth parts that's not present in the first part, like the part A of the drop. So, and then right here, I think we're ready to go for verse 2. So, and then also, as you can see on the waveform, this is where the next build up is. So let's call this build up. Yep. And then right here, you guessed it, it's where the drop is. Let's try again. Drop 2. So what I was saying is that I think I'll just have one version of the drop, because it's not playing 2 parts like drop 1, as you can see here. So I think I will have mostly all elements playing here, so it's like really a huge impact because it's the final drop. But then again, I think around here I want some change to happen, and I think I'm just gonna like pull out some parts, and I think I'm gonna call it drop out parts. So this is mainly just to, like, if you can say it, I don't know if you can say it, but building it down to the outro, which we have right here. So This is the outro. Okay, great. Now we have all the elements, like all the markers. So we actually have a sketched out arrangement right now. So what I do right now is actually to take all of my elements that I have. And now let's see if the shortcut Control B works. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, you can see it doesn't work. So, and that's because I work with audio clips, you can see here. So what I do is actually the really unproductive way, not really efficient. So I just do like this. I think we're just gonna speed up the video. Okay, so now we have all our elements in playing throughout the whole arrangement. And obviously this is not the idea. So right now the idea and the approach that I do, and what you hopefully is going to learn from this video, is that we start by going through, maybe through each element here. So each phase of the arrangement. So I know, for instance, that in the intro, and maybe also the verse, and perhaps the build-up, I want this piano to play, but I don't want it to play in the drop, because I want it to be more unique. So I actually just gonna erase it from the drop. And if, for instance, you want to introduce it again in the drop, you can just draw it in. But right now, this is just, for me, it's a way to separate stuff, so everything is not playing at once. And then I know this high string thing here, I don't want it to play I actually think I want it to play at the build up to add some tension, and then I'm gonna remove it from drop part A, but I want it to play in drop part B. And then we're gonna remove it from verse 2 and have it playing at the build up. And then I think we're actually gonna have it playing throughout drop 2, and then drop take out parts, I'm gonna remove it, and also from the outro. So hopefully what you get the idea right now is to carve out stuff, remove stuff, and introduce stuff. So okay, let's try to play some stuff isolated. Okay, I have this glass chord, I think I called it, and it has a plucky sound, and I actually think I want it to be not playing in the intro, but maybe playing in the build-up and the drop parts. So we're gonna remove it here also from the verse, have it in the build-up, the drop, and I think I'll have it play here as well. Then I have this synth perk thing. Here, it's not playing. Why is it not playing? Why is it not playing? Oh, shit. Okay, so this is more like a texture thing, so I think I'll just I'm just gonna keep it throughout the whole track, and then let's see, maybe we should remove it, maybe not. So what I tend to do is actually just all the yellow parts are all my melodic instrument things, VSTs, musical instruments you could call it. So I want to find the arrangement for those first. So we have this mystic sequence here, and this is actually kind of a lead. And again, I don't want it to play throughout the intro and the verse, because then it's going to be way too repetitive. So I think I'll have it in perhaps in the build-up, but more like a cut-off thing. So yeah, if we do some kind of cut-off automation to the VST, we can actually do a really cool build-up here, and then it's gonna hit here. So I think that's the idea that we're going for. And then I think I'm gonna do something a little bit bold. So I'm actually gonna remove it for drop 1, part B. And the reason why I want to do that is because right down here I have some vocal chops. So I think those will work really great as a transition, like a change in the drop. So instead of just having this playing, just gonna mute the vocals. Instead of having this like sequence, like lead playing all the way through, I think because the drop is a little bit long, I think we will get tired of it. So it's better to like save the firepower, or what you can call like save the really good bits of your song to like the drop, so it really like has a huge impact. So again, also the verse, we're gonna remove it here, and then have it playing in the build up, and also the drop too, and then I think I'm just gonna remove it here. Yeah, and again, if this part is taking up way too much time, you can also like skip to the time markers in the description. Then I have like the finished track playing, so you can just skip if you want that. So yeah, I also have this really cool like top bassline stab here, and I think I just want this to play just in the drop, because it's like it's some kind of layer with our bass. So we're just gonna remove it from everything that's not the drop. So right here. And again, because I want to add some, so like these sections, like the build-up sections are a little bit different. So I think for the build-up number 2 in this arrangement, I actually want to keep this stab just to add something different. And then I'm gonna remove it from the outro, and I think I'm just gonna leave it here. Okay, and then we can move on to the bass line. It's right here, and this is just some automation docking the bass line with the kick drum, which we have right here. So hopefully you see this approach as like building with Lego blocks. I know it's a little bit weird, but for me at least, this really helps me to like create my tracks and my arrangements. So the bass, I think I will just have it like not playing at the verse. Perhaps I want it with the build-up. No, I really don't want it to play at the build-up, because I want the drop to really have some impact. So not introducing the bass before the drop can really like do like this kind of switch up when you have like the build-up. Okay, you know what? Let's just use the kick and the clap and then play from here. So hopefully you get the idea. And then we can just remove everything from the verse, and also from the build-up, and also from the outro. And I think we'll just keep it for the drop here, this part, this takeout part here. So yeah. And now we have like kick and clap. So I know that I really don't want the kick playing. Just gonna zoom in a little bit. I don't want it to play like at the intro. I don't know if I want to like introduce it right here. Yeah, we could actually introduce it here, but I know for sure that I don't want it to play at the build-up, because I want to add as much tension as possible. And then I tend to remove some stuff just before the drop. So I think the clap, which is right here, I'm just going to remove the last clap. So yeah, so you get the idea. I think I'm just going to fly a little bit around. So I hope you like can follow along, because otherwise this video is going to be way too long. So right here for verse 2, I'm just gonna remove like the kick here. So So it's more like that we have some kind of like breakdown here. And then introduce the kick drum again here for the next part. And then we're going to remove it here for the build up. And also remove the clap. And then for the drop. And also the drop, take out parts. And I think here I'm just going to remove the kick drum entirely and just keep the clap. Great, so far so good. Then we have some top loops. These are like full of energy. So they're like really groovy, and it's actually this top loop. So I think this top loop, I'm just gonna save it for, maybe I'm gonna introduce it in the build-up, but this is mainly just gonna be playing at during the drops. So right now you can do this. Maybe we should actually work with the idea that like changing stuff for build-up too. So actually not using it here, but using it for build-up too. And then I'm gonna take it out here for this bit here. We could also play with taking it out here. I have this like small closed hi-hat thing here, just to add some groove. And I think I'm just gonna add it right here, so there is a change. And then I have these open hi-hats, and again I think I'm gonna introduce them right here. Really adds a vibe. And then I think I'm gonna remove them here for the build-up. And actually I think I'm gonna remove the closed hi-hat. And also this part. Yeah, I think this is really cool. And then we can add like a riser later on, so. So you see like the thing like removing stuff, it really like now it's really impactful. That's why I love this approach. Okay, and then I have this small hi-hat thing here. Just gonna take a look. I think I'm just gonna have this playing throughout the whole track because it has a lot of like reverb. And it's just adding some like flavor to the stereo field, and I really like it. So I think I'm just gonna keep this playing throughout the whole track. But going back to the closed hi-hat thing here, let's just take a listen to like this drop 1 part B here. I think we're gonna remove this as well, because then you can really hear like a change. Yeah, so right now the listener is getting ready to like, now it's time to breathe, and we're gonna go to like a breakdown. Then remove the closed hi-hat here, and then I think I'm gonna reintroduce it here. Yeah, that's cool. And then we're gonna move to the build-up, and as I said before, I'm just gonna remove everything right here. So we have this bit here, not playing anything. So, and I think we could also just mute this part here. I have this shaker loop here. Let's have a listen to it here. this one here. And because it's like a really fast rhythm, I wanted to not play here, I guess. Let's just, well, it could play this part here, but I'm just gonna remove it at the build up. Yeah, and then I think I'm gonna introduce it maybe here. I think that's cool. That's a little extra thing that you add to the drop, so it's kind of changing a little bit. And I think we're gonna remove it here. So we have that part here where everything is like slowly breathing a little bit and it's not that fast. And then the shaker, I think I'm gonna remove it also here. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna continue like the same pattern here as before in verse 1. Yeah, so I think the shaker actually works here in build up 2, but just removing it here for the first part of drop 2, just so it sounds a little bit different, and then just reintroducing it here. And then removing it here, because we don't want it here, we want to take out parts here, and the outro shouldn't be that busy. And perhaps the outro we also need to maybe remove the closed hi-hat. Yeah, I think that's the vibe that we want here. I think it's some kind of like clave sound. And to be honest, again, this is the same thing with the small closed hi-hat thing. It's like a texture thing. So I'm just gonna have it playing throughout the whole track. So let's move on. I have these rim shots here. They really add some flavor and some groove. And I think perhaps we should introduce them here. Yeah, I think that's a great vibe. That's a really great vibe. So, and then maybe it's too much in the build-up. Let's try to have a listen. Yeah, they could work. So, and again, I'm just making sure that stuff is not playing here. I think I'm just gonna have a cut. So it's gonna be here, everything is muted for these bars here. Remove this one and remove this one. And then let's have a listen. Oh yeah, that's really cool. And maybe they can actually play through the whole drop. Yeah, I think they actually fit throughout the whole track, and that's mainly because they add a really cool groove and vibe. So I think that's cool. So I think the only place where I want to maybe remove them could be on the outro. No, they're actually really great on the outro as well. Okay, and then the last thing I have is this like kick sweep. This one right here. Zip. And I think I'm just gonna have it playing in the drop, actually. So if you pay really close attention here. So I think it's just a really cool texture to add some like it's sucking you in into the kick. So yeah, and then again also just playing for drop 2, and maybe I just want to take it out here so it's not so intense here in the drop takeout parts, and then remove it from the outro. So right now, the only thing that we actually need is the vocal chops. So I think this particular track could really use a main lead vocal. So I think these should be like some like ambient backing vocal chop thing. So I think it should not be playing at the intro. It's just gonna be like the other melodic parts. So I think I'm just gonna do like a filter thing to like introduce them slowly. And then I think I'm gonna have it playing in the build-up. Yeah. And then because we want some change, I'm gonna remove it for the whole drop A, the drop 1 part A. So we have, I think we're gonna have this as like some kind of fill here between drop B and drop A. So we have like, if we play here before, let the build up before drop 1. Yeah, I think that's really great. And then when we go transition into drop B, and I think this works really well because we remove this lead, this mystic sequence here. So we have like a change in part B. I think that's cool. And then because I don't want it to, now it has been playing for a long time, I think I'm just gonna remove it here for the first part of verse 2, and then I think we're gonna have this fill thing here. So if we look at the transition here, and to make like a smoother transition, we could like automate some sending to a reverb, so it's gonna fade out a little bit, but it's not gonna be in this video because this video is already really long. So I think I'm gonna show you this thing like in another video in the future. So let's move on. And then here we have like the build up, and I think I want it as well. But I also want to remove it here for only this part of the drop, and then it's gonna play here. So let's have a listen. No, you know what? I think we're gonna have it still playing. And then we're gonna take out the bits here. Maybe have this part here. Yeah, I think I'll do that instead, and we're also gonna have this because this acts as some kind of like tail to the vocal. That's really cool. So and then the last thing is just like some texture, like some vinyl crackle and noise, and it's just gonna be playing throughout the whole track. So this is actually it. This is a really like rough mix of a track and track arrangement. I know that right now you have to add like some effects and some automation and stuff, but I'm just gonna do it quickly, just is like skipping through the video, and then you can listen to what I come up with the finished beat. So yeah, I'm just gonna do some magic and get back to you in the video. Okay, so just by adding some effects and some risers and some cymbals, this is actually what we have been done for this video. So just take a listen. Okay guys, that was it for the video. It got a little bit longer than I expected it to be, but I hope you still enjoyed it. It would mean so much to me if you would like the video, and if you will really help me, subscribe to the channel. Hopefully, we're gonna see you in the next one. Peace.